Okay, so the next stitch we're going to cover is the catch stitch, also known as the herringbone stitch, and you'll see why, because of the pattern. And the reason why I started this one prior to just showing you guys the start is because it's an interesting way this one starts. It starts off from the left to the right, and you have to do it this way because it's very difficult to achieve the detail that you want in this particular stitch if you try to start from the different direction. And it's kind of hard for me to do that on camera, at least starting it. So I just want to show you guys, you secure it normally. You can do it with a knot, or you can do it with that fabric stitch that I showed you on how to secure it. And the reason why this is tricky is because you have to start from the left to the right side. And this stitch is more so if you have a garment that you're trying to secure, even a hem, and then you want a little bit more movement, so you don't want it to be so tacked to the actual garment. And just the way it goes is you go in to the top of the fabric, and you just pick up just a little bit at the very top, and then you're going to pull it through. And the way that it's going to come down is it's already going to have its own cross, so it's already going to be in this sort of cross pattern. So then you're just going to keep that going by then going in, and again you choose whatever distance you want, picking up just a little bit again, and seeing how it crosses. And again, the only way to achieve this particular pattern is to start from the left side and go this way. If you try the other direction, I found that it's pretty difficult to get the same kind of result. So it has to be done from left to right. And again, you just go up, secure your fabric, make sure the thread is facing out. So you don't want to be like underneath it. You just want to be having it a little ways away, so that when you pull up, as soon as I pull up to begin to push my needle through, I can already see that cross coming in between. So again, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of fabric, pull through, and again, you can continue to see that cross. And this is a fairly, once you get the hang of the blind hem, is a little bit tricky, and it does take some time to really get the hang of that. But this isn't one of those. Once you pretty much understand the direction that the needle is supposed to go, it's pretty easy to achieve the results you want. This can also be used as a decorative stitch. So if you got embroidery thread and you wanted to use this as a way to like decorate a particular part on a garment, this is another stitch that you can use for this. Not all the stitches can be used as decorative, but this is definitely one that you can use as a decorative stitch. And again, this just secures, it can secure fabrics that you want to have a little bit of movement. It has this little pricking back here. And then the front, it kind of looks like this. And again, you'll have to notice that what's important is that you notice the crossing in between. So the way the fabrics cross. And it creates that sort of herringbone look, which is why you'll either hear it called a catch stitch or a herringbone stitch. Whichever one you hear, they're usually referring to this particular hand stitch. And again, it right there, and it secures it. As you can see, this is not secured. And this is secured. So this is another stitch that you can use in your garments to secure a hem, and you can use it for sleeve. We're not just talking skirt hems. When I say hem, we're not just necessarily talking about skirt hems. Anything that requires a sort of finished edge, like a hem, sleeve hem. If you're trying to finish off a facing, you can also use some of these stitches if you fold them down properly. So you want to become familiar, because again, these stitches' sole purpose is so that you don't create markings, clear, obvious markings to your fabric that you would on a machine, which is probably fine for like cotton or a casual or semi-formal garment. When you're talking about formal garments and really special occasion stuff, you want to focus more on hand sewing your garment. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Videos are uploaded weekly covering dressmaking, fashion, lectures, and more.